Hello everyone, welcome to Gent Watches, and today I am going to be continuing Ranking of Kings. Today we're doing episode 6. I always have to check the episode after I say the episode number. It's 7. That was good that I checked at that time. We're watching episode 7 of Ranking of Kings. And so, last time we got introduced to, I've got the names written down, not in very good handwriting, but Desha and Despa. So Desha is the original, like, weird looking king that we saw, who was, I guess, I don't know how to describe him, but he was a weird dude, and he was kind of like unimpressed by Boji overall. Just got something that I saw on my phone, shouldn't be looking at that. And the other person was Despa, who is the person that Boji thinks he'll be able to learn from, hopefully. So we got introduced to Despa at the end of the episode. He's voiced by Chris Sabat. So I didn't actually look that up, but I'm like 99% sure he's voiced by Chris Sabat from those 2 lines we heard. And I am excited to get into it and see what kind of character that is. Meanwhile, our boy Dida also got force-fed the King's Death Juice. Which means he is going to have the power of the king, I guess. And, I mean, they had to force feed it to him because I'm pretty sure it only works on the king's bloodline. And so, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see if that works for him, what he thinks about it. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about it because he wanted to earn it. He wanted to earn his own strength. So, curious about that too. Before we get started, just a couple things, and please don't skip ahead because you might wonder about these things. The first thing is it is late at night when I'm recording this video, so I am every time I record these videos, a lot of the time it's late at night, and if it's very late at night, it's getting close to my bedtime, and if it's getting close to my bedtime, I'm gonna be tired. Doesn't mean I'm not taking everything in, but just so you know, if I'm yawning, if I look tired, that is very natural because I've been awake for the amount of time that my body is now telling me to go to sleep. Second thing is, thank you to everyone who's watching the channel. Please make sure to, if you like these videos, comment down below and like the video and subscribe. It helps out the channel. It's great. It's really cool. So sorry, let's keep going and let's watch episode 7 of Ranking of Kings. Right into the force feeding. It's empty.
This is an elixir of resurrection, and you are its vessel.
Of resurrection?
I shall recite the incantation.
Wait. What do they mean resurrection? Oh, look at that perspective. That was crazy. Everything was very wonky. Oh no. Resurrection makes me think they're using his body as a vessel to resurrect someone into his body? Is it whoever the magic mirror was before? I have her name, right? Lady Miranjo? Is she dead? Because the bald-headed guy was like, why are you trapped in this mirror? Didn't he say, isn't that what he said? So that's not like, why are you alive? That's like, man, I don't know. Are they bringing back the king? Like, are they resurrect? Because they had to cut up his body for the potion. So are they bringing him back? So then technically Dida will get his strength. No, but why would they want that? I don't know. I don't know any of their motives or anything. Man. Alright, well, I'm curious. I hope I'm not stupid. I hope they haven't revealed half the stuff already and I haven't taken it in. Can't read that.
And this is Boji.
Well met.
Despa? All I could read was Despa.
Because we need you to make him stronger. Doing fine.
Doing fine. Oh my gosh. That was a weird animation.
You must be quite talented.
Yes, but not in the ways you'd expect.
To my modesty, work ethic, community spirit, and unshakable virtue.
This scene looks
I'm sure you
weird.
saw the bronze statue the people of this kingdom
I'm not
created
sure
that in
why.
his honor.
Wait, they made it?
He has a complex about his face. I don't mean to boast.
Oh, it is kind of
I
weird.
think we can agree I'm pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
At least you're the better looking one out of you and him.
He had courage.
Courage?
The courage to keep moving forward.
Boji has
Face
courage,
of adversity. The
I
courage to
think.
put his faith, continue to believe in his strength, his cause.
Yeah.
Wavering, strode onward. And before long,
This is nice and
followed in his path
creative.
and formed a kingdom.
What?
Money, huh?
Yes, of course, money.
I
need
guess-
enough compensation to cover my needs and
I guess that
hopefully
makes
some
sense.
Not a problem.
How much? Did he steal that?
wants. I'm afraid this won't be sufficient.
What?
That's everything Bebin gave me. Fine.
What? He's all the stuff I've stolen.
Oh,
It's a potion?
I'm terribly sorry, but I have no use for any of this.
What about the box that jingled?
That was my whole life savings.
Okay, so this guy is kinda...
Giving it since I took
kinda selfish. Or
So be it. I will train you.
maybe not selfish is the word, but like...
Yes.
frugal?
Make yourselves at home.
I feel
Most
like...
effective when one's mind is at ease.
I feel like the animation quality in this episode is a little lower.
Now, hold out both hands.
What's this about?
Is that how you hold up both
See
hands?
things that ordinary people cannot.
Like that? Alright, are you the real deal or are you faking this? Oh, something's happening.
What is it? What's wrong?
Oh, that was nicely animated.
None.
Yeah,
What? I don't get it. What about his muscles, huh?
unable to grow.
This is difficult to say. However much you train, however hard you push yourself,
You can't do
your
it.
body will never grow any stronger.
Yeah,
No.
we
You'll
heard
never be an imposing heroic figure.
bits of that
King boss, come stronger than anyone.
without strength at all.
Thank you. Thank you so
Gonna have to
much.
outsmart people, wrap them in ropes.
Sam, this guy's something else, right?
There's no this guy here. The name's Despa, and that's what you'll call me.
Despa.
Sure. Got it, Despa.
Nicely said.
What was that? Oh my gosh. Is he drunk?
A man at the bar told me my face resembled a camel, so I punched him as one does. And then the matter proceeded in that course. I came through.
You
in
should
better
see the
shape
other
than
guy.
My opponent by far. I beat
Yeah.
him black and blue. Oh, why the nerve! I can hardly conceive.
Man,
of
is
someone
he
so
for
devoid of
real?
talent.
Like,
Now I'm
is he
upset.
legitimately
My
gonna be a
friend
good
has told me
teacher?
to do the same. First thing tomorrow, you shall be starting on housework, followed promptly by training. Lost.
I mean, he knew the thing about Boji not being able to grow, so that's something at least. I. Kage. All the way down at the bottom of the bed. Aww. He has to pour out a good portion of it. Oh, that's really not much water either. Is that an egg or is that like a... Yeah, it's an egg, right? Yes. Wait, hang on. Is it an egg? You just put the whole egg in. Whoa, that was awesome. Is it just that you like it or is it actually good? I guess that might not be an
What
egg.
is that smell?
Okay, it might be an egg. Try it. It's got a full egg in there.
You. He cooked it whole.
Shell on.
But Boji has the excitement because you made it yourself, so it doesn't matter how good or bad it is. Okay, well you know that eggshell doesn't taste good. No matter what it's with. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Giants. Beings with bodies bigger than mountains. Their footsteps make the earth shake. Their sneezes form mighty tornadoes.
Is that actually how big giants are in this universe?
Will devour what 1,000 men eat in a day.
Because I thought giants would have just been like Boji's dad, who wasn't that big.
As such, their stomachs are able to tolerate nearly anything, even most poisons.
Right.
It is vital that Boji be kept out of the kitchen. Yes. Cooking is a matter of life and death for us.
Right.
Understood.
You literally wouldn't know.
Okay, then let us begin.
That makes sense, actually. So he just
In order
can
for
eat
anyone
whatever.
to become stronger, Kage,
Maybe like a slingshot would be decent. You know? All you have to do is be able to pull it back, and then the rest is done for you. I mean, if you could have an automatic crossbow or something, that would be even better, but
weapons of every
I don't think it's going to be any one of these.
collected here. In fact, I already have one in mind that I believe would greatly augment your strength.
What?
But
Knuckle dusters. Dida fights with a scythe. That's his signature weapon, right? Ooh, little axe. Mini one. Even that looks kind of heavy for you. Oh! Oh, man. Maybe not that one. What?
Been at it for a week. Right about now.
Is it a stick? Is it a broom? Is it a slingshot?
my thanks to you, Kage.
Is it alcohol? What's wrong with him? Oh, he's just tired. That's understandable. He doesn't look sad, though. Oh my gosh. What could that be from?
Good night, Boji.
I'm trying to think of a weapon that would have that sort of shape on your hands. Time up.
Hey,
Ah, yeah. That's his version of, hey, what's up?
yeah.
Kage's being very supportive. Can he at least get his stamina up? That's important. Whoa. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa! He didn't care about no birds. Nuh-uh. It's nice that Kage's a good cook. That looked good. What Kage had.
Bye, Boji. Hang tough.
Aye! His noises are so great.
To concern yourself with?
Boji?
We're fine.
Oh, it's like Demon Slayer. It's like Demon Slayer. Have to cut open the rock as part of your training. Okay, what's happening with Dida? Is it Dida?
So once more, I have given my son as my sacrifice.
It's the king. I think that's the king. What up? So is Dida just gone? We'll talk about that in discussion. Alright, so we've got some interesting, fun developments happening here. We're still in the training arc phase of shonen anime, and this phase is generally a less interesting phase of anime. It's kind of a necessary one, and some anime have found ways to make it more interesting. I think, like, the best shonen at training arc stuff is probably Haikyuu. I would say Haikyuu is probably the premier training arc stuff. It just feels like while the training arc's happening, the important thing is like it's instead focusing on resolution of character growth, which I think is really, really interesting. And so there are lots of like mini goals that you're going for, and also that show's just perfect in every bloody way. Haikyuu is the best. Haikyuu's just the best. I will take no slander on Haikyuu. But yeah, training arcs are for the most part in shonens pretty standard, and like it's hard to make them incredibly interesting, at least to me. I don't find them like amazing, but there's always things you can do to make it like enjoyable still, and it's still enjoyable. These are still enjoyable episodes. So let's talk about Daida, since that's the one that's freshest on my mind, since that happened at the very end there. So they just had the start and the end of the episode as little bits of Daida. So it seems like the magic mirror, I mean, it was pretty obvious that the magic mirror did not have the best of intentions, but the magic mirror, it seems like, was not trying to get Daida to be the best king he possibly could, or kind of was. So the magic mirror technically wasn't lying a lot of the time, I assume is the intention, but instead wanted to resurrect the old king into Daida's body. That's what I think is happening. And I'm always worried when I always preface things that I say on this channel with like, but this is just what I think. I know if I'm saying something wrong, people aren't going to be like, you're so stupid for thinking the wrong thing most of the time. But I still have that like minor anxiety where I'm like, I have to make sure to clarify that this is just what I think and not not what's actually happening. But yeah, so it seems like they've resurrected the king into Daida's body. And last episode, the what is his name? A level? Why is my brain saying A level? Is that his name? It's A something. I don't think I have it written down. But he was like, I serve the king, and then the magic mirror was like, I'm gonna tell you the secret, and then we didn't hear it, but I'm pretty sure the secret was, I'm actually bringing the king back, so if you serve the king, you should do what I say. But it seems like I am surprised by this, because it seems like the king... Oh, I just had a thought. Okay, I'll continue with what I'm saying. It seems like the king was seemingly like a somewhat respectful guy. I mean, he was a little weird and rude, but he seemed like a relatively respectful guy. And the glimpses we've seen of Boji's mum, just like we've seen maybe 1 or 2 glimpses, I can't remember, but she seemed like a very nice person. And the current queen seems like she was a nice person, at least before Daida was born. So you would think that he's like a cool guy, but if he actually submitted to basically surrendering his son to his own whatever, that seems crazy. Now here's the sad thought I had. He wanted Boji to be king, right? So what if the reason that he wanted Boji to be king and not Daida, despite Daida being the heir to the throne, is that he wanted to use, like, he was going to go into Boji's body because he was okay with sacrificing Boji. Now, that seems sad. I don't know if the show is going that route. I also don't know if it completely holds up, because one, he didn't seem, I mean, we only saw one scene of him, but he didn't seem thrown off by the fact that he's in Daida's body. And 2, he what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I guess it depends on how Boji's like curse works, where like, would he want to go into Boji's body? Surely he would want the body that is best at handling the king. Anyway, moving on, because that's the sad thought, and I have no evidence for it, and we've only just gotten started on the storyline. I just wanted to put it out there. Moving on, I'm curious about the actual can't get stronger thing. So we got some, I think it was in the first or second episode, we got some, what's the word? Some hints to that, or I mean, they kind of just straight out said it, where it's like the star you were born after doesn't let you grow stronger or whatever. And I said then I didn't know if there was serious about that or if it was some sort of superstition or a horoscope type thing. I wasn't 100% sure, but it seems like it was true and Boji can't get stronger. And if that's the case, then we are in for some trouble. But Despa seems like he's doing some actual training, because we saw some Demon Slayer rock cut in half stuff at the end there. Now, what's the weapon Boji chose? See, I was thinking, I said the slingshot or the crossbow, you know, these things that can be used without necessarily having a lot of strength. But I'm not sure, because he had like things here. Because I also said knuckle dusters is a joke, and then I saw that and I thought, oh, maybe it is. But I think knuckle dusters would mark this side of your hand, not this side of your hand. And also, it doesn't make sense, really, right? That someone who can't get stronger gets something that relies like purely on your own strength. So I doubt it's knuckle dusters. But yeah, I have no idea about that. Curiously, I was noticing that I felt like the animation was not as good in this episode. It felt like there was actually a lot of 3D animation. I didn't notice in previous episodes how much 3D there was. And in this episode, it felt like a lot of the episode was 3D. A few things about that. I'm not that torn up when an episode has like episodes of bad animation, you know. I don't like to focus on it. I don't need to be warned when it's coming up. I know there's like an episode of Haikyuu that was, well, there are several episodes that were outsourced, but there's one that's like famously has a lot of jank to it and has a lot of moments where you're like, that looks weird or whatever. And while I was watching that episode of Haikyuu, I was like, I sort of noticed it a couple times and I was like, oh, that was weird. And then a lot of people were talking about how the animation didn't look very good. I didn't mind it as much. It doesn't really matter as long as the story's good. And sometimes, especially in like 2-core anime, you're gonna have it happen where you might have to outsource episodes or whatever. But I just wanted to point it out that I was noticing it in this episode. It wasn't a big deal. I just was noticing that there was stuff like that, and I don't know if that was, maybe I picked it up on it once and then I just couldn't stop thinking about it. But I think it was actually the episode had some stuff in it where they were, I don't know if they were outsourcing or they didn't put as much of their budget into this episode because it's like a training arc episode. Who knows? But it did seem like there was a lot of 3D animation in here, and I was wondering why that was. But also, 3D animation isn't necessarily bad. I love Bang Dream, I love D4DJ. They're 3D animation, solely CGI 3D animation shows, and I love those shows, and I love the animation in those shows. So 3D animation doesn't put me off. I was just curious about it, you know? But yeah, I think that's it. I think I could have talked about any of those topics for about 5-10 minutes longer each, but I thought, let's not do that. So thanks for watching episode 7 of Ranking of Kings, my reaction to it. Please make sure, if you like this, if you liked these things, comment down below, like the videos, follow the playlist, subscribe. All of this stuff is stuff that really, really helps me out. Especially like subscribing and commenting are things that I will learn from and I will get all this stuff from. So thank you very much for everyone who already has, and thank you for anyone who does in the future, and thank you to you right now just for watching this video. If you're at this point in the video, that's great. That's awesome. You've already won an award for being at this point in the video. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.